What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Antwyone. I appreciate you guys stopping by with another nickel and dime of your time. This is another episode of What's in Your Studio, baby, baby. Man, what's going on with your photos, baby? So this is what we're doing here today. We're going to be talking about photography because that's what I love to talk about. But we're going to talk about a specific topic. But before we do that, if you're brand new to the channel, please do like and subscribe because this is a channel for you. The reason it is a channel for you, if you're in your first 2 to 3 years of photography, I'm going to be breaking down so many different subject matters that will help you along your journey. Things that I've practiced, things that I've learned, things that I've rehearsed, things that I truly know is of great value to you. And in that, hopefully, we'll go on this journey together with your photography and we have a great time doing it. Now, if you are a portrait photographer or if you want to get into portrait photography, this is the channel for you because I photograph portraits, which is people, right? Humans, beings, right? I don't photograph, landscape, horses, unless there are people are involved. I don't, what I mean? It has to have people. I started off with that because that made sense to me. That was my journey. And if you were like me, like most photographers, we had to get over that hump to photographing people. So how do you do that and all that good stuff? I'm gonna have all types of videos about that. So subscribe, baby, subscribe. Anyway, let's get into it. We're gonna be talking about panel lighting portraits, headshots. And why is that important? We're going to be not just talking about it. We're going to be going over it. We're going to be doing it. We're going to be doing it. I'm here in the studio. We're going to be doing it. So you see this is just my talking head portion, but we're about to get into the studio and get it because everything is set up and ready to go. Now, I want to share with you this. It's very important for me, and I said this to myself. I said it's very important for me to try to find a way that I can have consistency in my headshots. And I wrestled with this. I've wrestled with this until recently. And I've been photographing people for quite some time. Um, but I wrestled with the consistency of headshots until, and I'm going to do a plug, shamelessly. I'm going to do a plug. I started looking at and finding different information out here on YouTube, because they call this YouTube University. Peter Hurley. And if you don't know him, look him up. Um, I he is he self-proclaimed, but rightly so, the headshot, king of our era. And he made a lighting structure scenario that works for him and his headshots. And I found a way to look at that and find how I like what I saw, and I created a similar outcome with what I done. It wasn't overnight. This took months and months and months. Okay. And I'm going to talk about the pieces. I'm going to talk about the equipment. I'm going to talk about the panels I'm using and why. I'm going to tell you about little things you're going to have to do. Everything, because this subject matter right here, this is an enriching subject matter. And what I'm saying enriching subject matter because you will want to find a way to have this be that can create consistency in your work. And this is just part one of this, because this is what continuous lighting. And then we got to look at strobes. And then we got to look at ambient lighting. And then we got to look at so many topics of this, but it's not going to be all in this video. So please do subscribe. So let's get into it, man. We got to go to work. Let's go. We're about to go. Come on. Let me go. Let me go. I got all these things and all these wounds won't mess with me. Baby, baby. Until I do, baby. Until I do. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm here. I'm still here. Don't change that channel yet. All right, so I'm here in the studio. So we're gonna go step by step by step by step. First off, I only have these lights illuminating right now inside the studio besides my vlogging station. My vlogging station has these very small, insignificant lighting because it's very close to me to make sure that I'm good to go. Um, I'm all about saving a nickel and a dime when it comes to photography because there are so many great things out there, but we will buy into so many things and we don't utilize them all when it's necessary. So this particular setup, I dare to share with you this, all of this right here that's from the backdrop to this card to these lights, okay, and the stand and everything else. I'm going to break down the prices of these, and I'm going to share with you the reason why. And the premise of this is ROI. ROI, and if you don't know what ROI is, it's return on investment. I need to make sure I'm not putting myself in a position that I can't get that immediately. So the biggest thing I just shared with you is learning how to do consistency. And in doing consistency, you will learn how to have a great value. So, and that's what this thing is all about. And I want you to be clear on that. Things that you as a photographer, if you have not learned how to use one of these, this is called a meter, okay, a light meter. This is one I got when I was in school, okay. Sekonic L308S-U Flashmate. It has the bulb and has the open lens. Just switch it back and forth, okay? I've used this 1,001 times. It works. I paid for it once and it gave me ROI every single time. Just take care of it, keep changing the batteries, keep protecting it, and you can keep this for the lifetime. This was about $300 to $400. Yes, this little thing right here. I was going through school, we had to get a packet of stuff, and this was a part of the packet. So you can learn how to use lighting, learn how to great lighting. Consistency, people. Consistency. So, and I bought this over 8 years ago. So it's paid for itself, guys. It paid for itself already, many times. So as I light metered, I put the meter, I put the settings to on. They have a little sundial. That sundial is just an ambient lighting. What's the light in the room? What light is most reflective towards you? I put my camera settings. I said I want to be at 200 ISO at 1/60th of a stop, and I want to see how much light is illuminating on my face as I stand right here. And it told me that I need to be at f2.8 to make sure I need to do that, and I put that in there, okay? But I said I want to draw a little bit more out of the lights because something that I want to do is tweak that I wanted to tweak, and I tweaked it because sometimes I may stand right here, and that's at 4.5. But if I go closer, I have from 2.8 to 4.5 right here. Okay, if somebody sways, remember I told you about consistency, and that's why these things let you know that. All right. So if I have a person with a lot of with a lighter skin tone, then if they stand a little bit closer, it's going to flush them out a little bit. But if I have them move back just a little bit, I'm creating the stoppages that I need. Okay, you guys get what I'm saying now? These lights don't change. My camera settings don't change. Nothing changes, but I know exactly what I'm going to get. I'm going to get about 4.8, 4.5 right here. I'm going to get about 2.8 right here. Okay, so I set it up to around 4.5 inside the camera, and I probably think I put up my ISO to 400 on there instead of 200 because I just want a little bit more illumination on the backdrop. That's all that change was, because this was just light that was coming to me. Coming back here, I need to be at 1.4. I need to be at 1.4 to do this. 1.6, 1.4 at 1/60 of a stop. And then I changed it, and again, I changed my to 1/25th, I believe, and it'll still be at 1.8 right here. Right here, it will be at 3.2. If I go up a little bit closer, it'll be at, let me see, sorry, step up, at 4.0. Okay? So I know exactly where I need to be at In order for me to engage with the settings that I've done, again, it's all inconsistency because every time I go out, I'm going to keep these lights the same. They're not going to change. The dials are not going to be changed. This dial goes up from 1 to 100, all of these. I have this dial on 5, I have this dial on 6, and I have this dial on 7. 5, 6, 7. I want more illumination coming from the top to the bottom. This is helping me feed in from the right side, from the camera right side and camera left side. Okay? Which is my right and the left. So I want you guys to see that. You don't have to have so much, I would dare to say, memory to how to do this if you are investing into the right tools. Okay. The second tool is your color card, is your white balance card. Okay. Now there's many cards out there and they're selling these cards for, I mean, hundreds of dollars, $90, $89. Um, and they got a nice little pretty case and all this other stuff. And they say this is the best one out of the best one. I'm gonna tell you right now, this card cost me less than $12. Okay. It's from PRT, jchristina.com, jchristina.com, PRT, card, and you can get this on Amazon, less than $19, okay? $12, maybe $9. I've been so long, I had this for years, so I'm not, you know, I'm not, you know, worried about getting another one of these. Unless I lose it, I can go back and find it, okay? But you want this consistency. This helps you with that, and it's very inexpensive, and it's you must understand me when I share with you. I know I'm going to spend money, but I'm not going to spend money on things that I don't think are going to help me to give return on investment. So I want you guys to think about that. These panel lights are Mattel. There's a video I already put out about this. You can guys see me talking about my panel lights. You guys see that video and you'll get all the descriptions about this and the name and all that stuff. But Peter Hurley has his own lights series with Adorama and someone who I don't know the company he's with. And his lights cost almost $3,000 for this, just for the lights. And I was like, I'm encouraged by that. I love that. I'm grateful to know that he's mastered something. It has some special features that I believe that in the likeness of what he's done works for him. But I went out and bought these panel lights and they were $149 a piece. Okay, $149 a piece. And these lights change its colors. So I can put any color I want on these lights. His lights, not to knock him, but his lights is meant for what he does, which is the same thing I'm about to share with you. They're still LED lights. Nothing's changed about that. His lights are LED lights, but they're a little bit bigger than these, which I don't think, since I'm taking a headshot, that I need that much in there. Again, this is not a knock on it. In that profession, for ROI, that may be what is needed. I never shop with them. I just said to myself, if I'm going to build something, I know how to use light. I know how to create light, and I know how to create depth. I know distance. I know photography. So I'm going to use what works for me. And that's my point with this. I understand there's a lot of great people out there telling you a lot of great things, and they're going to sell you a lot of great things. I don't care what you use. I just care that it makes sense to you, and it's going to give you return on investment. Make sense? So get you one of these, because this is important for consistency. But if you want to know about these lights, go watch that video. This rig that I made is different than in that video. And I'm turning this around so you can see it. And I'm gonna turn up my exposure on my camera so so we can have a little bit of more light on here. All right, so you should be able to see it a little bit better. When I first went out and did this, and I have a little short clip I went out, I had 3 stanchions going for 3 lights, okay? And when I was photographing probably 25 to 30 people at this company. And every time someone came that was shorter or taller, I used to have to take all the stanchions and move them up and down to get them even back to where they were where I wanted to, where I had to, you know, waste time with that. Really. And I felt like that was a problem because when I was in my studio practicing, that came across as like I can do that, and I thought I was only going to have to do it maybe once or twice, maybe three times if that, because I was like I have it in general way I know I can go up and down if I need to. My camera lens can go up and down, but that too, that's all I should have to do in most parts. But no, it was more. I was doing it, you know, and it's costing you time. Again, ROI is very big. So I went on Amazon and I found a um, attachment bar that gave me everything I needed, so I can do this, so I can build this. And I think it was between 40 to 50 bucks. I'm not sure, maybe 30, 40, 50 bucks. And it basically, it's a T-bar that holds my lights on left side and right side and in the middle. So it has pins on left side and right side in the middle. And that's what I wanted. I was like, man, if I could find something that has pins in the middle, left side and right side, and that's what this bar is right here. This attachment. So it can hold this middle light, it can hold this light, and it can hold this light. But then I said, I need distance. And I went out and I bought these short mini boom arms. They're less than probably 24 inches. So that's all I needed. I didn't need a lot, and I already had these L hinges already. Okay, and I had added an extra mini extra length pin for this one because I wanted it to be a little bit higher. But all in all, with this stand and these right here, it only cost me, let's say, just that's 29, 30. I already had these from buying boom arms before, so those didn't cost me anything. I needed two of those. Those were already here, and so that's 30, 30, 70. And this stanchion down here was, and I got three of these for the initial buy, and I bought three of these, and they were like close to $50 a piece, so like 150 bucks, but so $50. So we got 80, 120 for this one rig, if I did that right, right? My math ain't mathing. So for 50, 80 to maybe 90, another 30 over here, 120, 150. So we probably got 150 just in the stand alone, but it will pay for itself. You're gonna need some boom arms attachments here, and a boom arm attachment that you will put on the C-stand, because it's gonna give you flexibility to set your lights and forget about it. Because all I have to do now is take these lights off at from the hinge, each hinge, just take them off, leave this contraption together, lift it up, take it off this arm, close this down, and put my backdrop in my case. These lights right here in one case. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. My camera. So I have 4 small, and it's very, very small, that you can put either in the wagon or whatever you want to do, but it's very small compared to having all these arms and 3 and 4 or 5 stanchions. You don't, I'm telling you, this is one setup. Clip, 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 and you're good to go. It will take you less than 20 minutes to do this. So, because your hinges are not going to change. You lock your hinges down. All you got to do is just put your lights back on the hinges. Saves you time, saves you money. Now, if you have to totally collapse it down, just take the hinges off the seat stands mounts. They just open them up and pull them out. Lay them in the bag. You never have to change your hinges. Just put it back in the mount, put those back, set them up. And if you don't know which one goes to which one, greatest thing you can do is go get some dollar store dot stickers with dots, circle stickers, and just match them up to whatever you want. So that way you'll know how stuff gets set back up. Okay? We do this easy, we do this user friendly, it'll make sense, okay, for you. And that's why I want you to see this. Save yourself money, save yourself time in order for you to do what you need to do. Now, the lighting setup, again, the Peter Hurley lighting setup, I'm not going to talk about his lighting setup. Please go watch his videos. That's for him to describe to you. I like this setup. It mimics his setup a little bit, but mine's just a little bit different. Um, I just like it, but it's pretty much similar. Okay. And this is the reason why I wanted you guys to see this, because I'm gonna close this down to, and I like being on this particular tripod because you go as as short as this. Okay, so but one thing I wanted to do is make sure I can go probably around, this stanchion is probably around 3.5 feet at the bottom. Most rolling, most rolling C-stand mounts with wheels on them is about 4 feet. So that's a little bit too high for me where this light sits. Okay, so you want about 3.5, because the extension of this, it puts it right at around 4 feet. Okay, so I can raise this back up to me, and now it's back at my height. I want this light to be right at my sternum. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything set up and ready to go. Just put this light panel right there by the sternum. Consistency. And it's short, it's short, it's short, it's short. I'm gonna go back to here so I can talk to you real quick before we shoot. All right. All right. So we just saw inside of the studio. We're gonna start shooting, but I wanted to explain to you what's happening. Okay. As you see, when you see what's going on. All right. We're gonna build another screen, but I'm describing it on this screen. So on the screen, you're gonna see the full studio because I want you guys to see that. And then you're gonna see this screen is gonna be a short screen. Actually, I'm gonna keep it on this screen. Makes it a little bit easier for you. Um, you already saw what the studio looks like. You saw what that looks like, but I'm going to um, have you kind of guys see what's happening over here. Okay, I'm gonna have you see what's happening over here. All right. So we're gonna go to tether first. So this tethering shows everything that's in my camera. I'm at 1/25th of a stop, f4, ISO 400. Remember, we were just talking about that. I found out what works for me in this space. Now I'm going to transfer this information every time I go. I'm going to start with this information, and that's going to be the start of my consistency. I may have more light coming from a window, or I may have more ambient light coming in the room, but that's not going to matter to as much as what I'm looking for. Okay, so building into that consistency. Now we'll do this again because I told you this is a photography channel, and we're going to be trying to make opportunities for mistakes. So I can turn some panel lights on and see if that affects it, which it probably more likely would, right? Because it's going to illuminate more because I have more light going to it. So I'm not going to do that right now, but I will do that in another video. All right. I tell you, this video is about something about consistency. So we're going to build it, and I'll tell you a truth about lighting with ambient lighting and how to get this back and forth. Okay. So I'm not worried about the backdrop light. I'm not worried about all that stuff. Okay. I'm going to talk to you about that. So let's get into it. I just wanted you guys to see what that would look like. All right. I wanted to push the narrative of us going into, let's see, the studio. I think I'm okay. I'm gonna leave it on this one because I was thinking about I'll switch back and forth if I need to, but I'll keep it on this one for us going forward. So let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Let's get to it, man. I just do what I do, man. I do what I do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, we're good. All right. All right, here we go. You guys ready? You guys ready to make a shot? All right, so one of the first things with consistency, let me find my trigger here. All right, and where is my trigger? My trigger didn't fall, did it? Mm. Oh, here it is. So the card, take the card up to the face, and take the picture. Okay. That's the first thing you want to do. Do you want to do it with every person? Um, Probably not, because it's good to go. Okay. Put that to the side. You got to worry about it no more. You study the picture. The picture looks pretty okay, right? So one of the things that you're looking at when you're thinking about a photograph is the highlights or the head and the cheekbones, tip of the nose, lips, chin, and you want to find out where this light is hitting from below. So as you can tell in this picture, I have light there, but I probably need to kind of fix the either where I was standing or fix the angle of this lighting down here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to turn this light just a little bit onto me. All right, just a little bit. And I'm going to take another shot. I'm going to step right into my 3/4. And boom, shakalaka laka. And building up consistency. I got more light underneath my chin, and it works. Okay, building off consistency, guys. Building off consistency. I got some illumination on the backdrop, but it's not like it's gonna overpower it. So one of the two things can do. I can take this, move it back, or I can take the backdrop and move it a little bit closer to me, your client, but be careful. I'm just gonna move it just a little bit closer. All right, perfect. Stand where my 2.8, posture up, shoulders back, turn nose to the camera, smile, boom. Now you got more illumination on the backdrop. The issue with most people, um, when it comes to looking at lighting, looking at, um, what makes sense to them, um, it you will often find yourself pulling hairs. It's small things. Okay, so I like to have just this blanketed consistency to make sure I'm good to go. Now, my camera's set at 52 Kelvin. My lights are set to 56 Kelvin. They don't have a lot of illumination because I don't want to hurt my client's eyes. So I'm gonna have to, we work in between those lines, right? I have good hair light. I have good um, highlights where it's supposed to be and good contouring where it's supposed to be. I feel like this will be any great headshot that it needs to be. Okay. But I do see one little small issue. I have to draw my camera down just a little bit because of that backdrop. So that's just camera angle. And I can just fix that by drawing down just a little bit for the camera to not have it go up so much. I just need to pull it down just a tad bit. And I'm not worried about that right now. But I want, with all the noise that's around it, let's go ahead and crop it down to let's go here first, fix the white balance. On this card here, you can go into Capture One or Lightroom. If you work with those programs or a program that has for you to exchange that, um, either one works. Get the eyedropper, put it over the card. Really simple. Hit copy, and then next picture, Command All on Apple. And hit apply. So all the images now are good. Okay. I want you to see that right here. So all the images are good. And I'll do a before and after. So you can see that. You see the color tones change White balance is good, okay, on all the images. All right, go here, use this one, which one? I kind of like that one and this one. So I'll use this one here, and I'm gonna crop it. Let me go on constraint. And this will be your last consistency when it comes to consistency. It's making sure your crop is where you want it to be, and you grade it to where you need it to be in the image. In Capture One, you can do this once, right? Uh, and wherever your lens is at, every picture will do this. Okay, let me get that little corner out of there. All right, and now you have a well lit image. The background is lit, looks amazing, all the other jazz. We don't have, you don't have to go through it. What is this right here? If I can go into a room and do this image 1,000 times with 1,000 people and make sure it looks great, you would like, your mind would be blown. I like Capture One because they have a feature in here where you can do blemishes fixes. And you guys about to see something crazy here because I'm gonna fix my blemishes right. So, but since I'm a male, I'm kind of watching. I like my skin to look a little bit texturized, so I'm going about 50%, and I'm taking care of my dark circles. And even skin, I'm not really worried about texture. I can always take a little bit of texture out because the lighting is very flat on there. So now you can see it before and after from the whole picture to now. Okay. And guess what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to apply it to this person here. And every shot after that is going to have everything I just did to that first image, to that my fixed image. It's going to do it to that one. So now every shot I do, I'm going to be good to go. Okay, saving me time, energy, and money. And it's not a lot. It's not a lot. Okay, it's not a lot that we have to worry about. Great image, start to finish, consistency. I didn't do any color grading, nothing. I just did white balance. Consistency, guys. If you choose to do anything outside of that with headshots, you're gonna put yourself in a world of hurt. It's gonna be hard to find consistency with that because people have different textures, tones, and things like that. But a quick card like so will help you change everything. Now, if I'm the type of person, and I am, I'm trying to be as honest as I possibly can, and me being honest as I possibly can, it's necessary. It's not going to be, everything is not going to be pretty. Now, I gave you guys some information, and why would I choose, I guess you would say, why would I choose to use those three lights? And I'm pretty sure I said it 1,000 times, consistency. Those three lights, and I created less work for myself by using the program. So let's talk about the program. The program costs money monthly. And if you want true access to everything, it's going to cost you money monthly. So what do you charge your clients? Ooh, wait, that's a topic right there. Mr. Washington. I value my time, and I value my talent, and I value my clients' time as well. I would dare to say if you're new in the game with just a camera and Photoshop, maybe Lightroom, you're gonna have a hard time making consistency. But you can do it. You can. If you're invested into certain things and those things are helping you make your life a lot better, like you using something like Lightroom that does a lot of the fixing for you. You don't have to worry about things. And your client's now saying, oh, I want a whole full retouching and all this other stuff. Then you can have a pretty consistent package. And I would dare to say, I will want for you to really find out what type of packages you want to give out instead of looking at individual pieces or by hour. Okay, look at your package time, maybe your package deliverables, and find out how you want to package that up. That way, if you talk to company A, B, or C, it's their choice. You can choose package A, package B, or package C that works best for you. That makes sense? It's far be it for me to tell me how you're going to value your time, your energy, and effort. Okay, and whatever you bring to the table. I can tell you right now, it will be easier for me to go to a team of people and say, hey, if this is all you're going to want and get, I'm gonna tally up everything, all my expenses, and I'm going to say, for me to get my return on investment, to go out there to the community, and they're going to get return on their investment, which is consistency in their images, right? I'm bringing that consistency to them. They feel comfortable about it. They want it. So people will pay for the price that they want to pay for. And that's just the truth. Whatever your price is, if they like you, they will pay it. If they don't like you, they don't trust you, they don't trust that you can deliver it, then it'll be far-fetched for them to even want to work with you. So make sure your work looks consistent, build it, get it in front of people who can trust it, not your friends. Your friends don't pay. People on your social media pages, you may get a handful. I mean, like 3 that will probably pay you. If you have 100,000 people on there, strangers pay better than people who want to be your friend, because they feel like there's an exchange already in a relationship, and it's hard for you to ask for money, and it's hard for them to give you money. That's the truth. We buy stuff from strangers all the time, right? So keep that in mind as you're doing this. Don't think about what your friend would pay. Think about what you really know that in your bottom of your heart, what your ROI is, in order for you to do that, in order for you to consistently go to different places and put this out, your insurance, all that stuff, for you to go out and deliver this and deliver consistency and likeness. And people say, oh, I like that, and I'm gone. Then you look at your demographics. Your demographics around the area, yeah, it plays a part, but it doesn't play a part for you to drop your prices. But you need to know where you want to be, what demographic you want to be in, and look at those prices and go into those good demographics. Because if you work in a demographics that really is not catered to a $1,800 set, or $2,400 set, or $3,600 set, or $5,000 set, or $1,000 or $10,000 set, then you're gonna be far-fetched for you to get what you need to get. Okay? So get your packages, know what your packages are, and I would dare to say packages with headshots with big groups should be about hours. Okay? How much time is it going to take for you to get through all those people? What is your normal practice? If I have like that right there, it's not going to, I can get through one person every 3 to 4 minutes. You get what I'm saying? So what does that package look like? Because your consistency is down the board. They like your pitches. You don't have to worry about that. So if I know I'm going to be there for a 3-hour package, 4-hour package, 5-hour package, 9-hour package, you see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You can shoot as many people as you can in those 9 hours, 10 hours. I gave you some peanuts for the oil. Man, I'm spoon feeding you, baby. I'm spoon feeding you. I tell you, this channel is for who it is. Your first 2 or 3 years, stop overthinking it. Get down to it. Okay? You don't have to change your prices to cater to whatever. Between 1 hour to 3 hours, this is that package. So if you're done in an hour, you're done in an hour. But if you know something's going to take you 2 to 6 hours, if you're done in those 2 hours, you're done in those 2 hours. Make sense? But if they keep you there for 6 hours because people are taking breaks, they're taking too long, you're trying to get through a lot of stuff, the schedule permits that you got to come back a couple days. Here's a 12-hour package. I'll be here this day and this day. I don't know how much time. Hey, I'm giving you, man. I gotta put my glasses back on. I gotta put my glasses back on. Concentrate, people. When I talk about consistency, your prices have to be consistent. So if you go into a neighborhood and a person says, "Hey, I would love for you to photograph that, but I see that you cost this much." Well, I have 3 packages. Which one will work for you? From 1 hour to 3 hours, I can do this. Well, we're only going to be 30 minutes. From 1 hour to 3 hours, I can shoot as many people as you want. See what I'm saying? They will pay for it. You don't have to change the prices, people. Don't worry about all that other stuff. They're paying for your consistency. They're paying for your what they love and what they like. Okay? But if you make it undeliverable for you, which means you put too much, overwork it. This picture is fine for my headshot. I will put this, matter of fact, I'm gonna use it for my headshot right now. Not for this particular thing. I do some volunteer work. I'm gonna put that on for my volunteer work thumbnail. It's that easy. Then someone says, "Hey man, who did your headshot?" I'm gonna say, "Hey, I know this great company. It's called Antwyone Photos. He can come out and do yours too. Same way." See what I mean? But how do we get involved with it? And I'm gonna leave you guys with this. How do you start, guys? How do you start? Should I start with giving out free headshots? Okay. This is the last piece of soup I'm gonna feed to you. And you see this in my other videos, and I talk about this. And if you look at my other video when I talk about great advice for the new year in 2026, if you go watch that video, oh man, you will find some great insight. But I'm gonna give you another peanut here. What I call peanut is oil, it's drippage. It's not derogatory. I'm giving you a peanut for your mind. Nutrition. What was I talking about? I lost my train of thought. I'm giving y'all so much good stuff, I lost my train of thought. When you have, I lost my train of thought, guys. I truly apologize, man. I was about to go somewhere else with something, and this is freestyling right now. It'll come back to me, and it'll be in another video. How about that? Too much peanut oil. I'm drinking too much of my oil. Oh, come back to me, man. Come back to me. I want to tell you, it was important. I ain't coming back. People, photography is what it is. If you watch this far inside the video, I was talking about my video about my New Year's stuff, and you can find out more about that from my New Year's stuff. But with everything you do inside this world of photography, as you're a brand new photographer between 2 and 3 years, we make a lot of mistakes and we spend a lot of money, and we're not getting a lot of return. You're gonna have clients. Oh, the free stuff. That's what I was talking about. Don't do it for free. Whew, thank you, Jesus. Because I was like, I ain't want to leave you out, but I ain't want to leave you with nothing. Don't do it for free. All right. So how do you do it? And this is what I did. I walked my hind parts around the neighborhood. I got 50 flyers. Go to any print shop. You can do it yourself or whatever. Or if you have your own printer, get 50 flyers. Say, I have a half off fee for headshots. And I primarily went to 3 places. Okay. I went to any place that was a mom and pop store, because they're not industry. They're not big boys. Okay. Any industry led that is franchisable. Any industry led that's franchisable. That means there's a manager there that can make their own decisions. There's a boss there that can make their own decisions. Okay. and offices that are primarily LLCs. Offices that are primary LLCs. Why? Because they can make their own decisions. So let's say, for instance, I go to a dentist's office, but it's a dentist's office of St. Petersburg of something, but it belongs to someone else, but they're just a entity through them. Most of those folks will have people who already, it's a part of their onboarding thing, or it's part of their corporation or organization. They already have a photographer, things like that. This is how you get into that world. You don't have to create something that's horrible. Now, you have the world at your fingertips with this. With this right here. You have the world at your fingertips. If you go in there and get off TikTok and get off Instagram and get done with this video, then get off of this, and you go into search five, just put in 5 searchable things in Google. And near me, say dentist offices near me. Pick out those 5 or 10 dentist offices closest to you. Go to those dentist offices. Look it up on a website. It will cost you 20 minutes of your time. Look up those 4 or 5 dentist offices. Look at how many years they've been there, because this is how you're going to cater your conversation. Look at what their staff looks like, and see if it's a mom and pop or is it through an organization. If it's through an organization, look at the organizational and then get their information, because I'll do another video about that as well. How do you get in with the organizational ties? But start with the mom and pops. Build up a portfolio. And inside building up a portfolio, you build up trust. And they get to talk about you. You build up a likeness. They get to talk about you, and then keep your prices consistent. 1 hour to 3 hours package. If 1 hour to 3 hours, you set up your package, you can deliver 20 images from that, because they get them right there on the spot. I can do this image I just did right there on the spot, right here on the spot. This is your image. I crop it. I send it to you that day. That day. It's a few other things I may see on there. I can go to use my brushes real quick, and I can clean up a few little spots here and there. But other than that, tell your people to be camera ready. This price only comes with this value. If you want anything outside of that, this is a specialty. Catch my drift? All right, guys. And I want you to see the before and after. So if you forgot, that's before. And split it up. Before and after. Okay? Look at that. Look at that cleanup right there. Look at that cleanup right over there. Okay? This program costs you money. That's a package cost. How many headshots do you want to do in a month to get your costs down? Get your ROI. That's what you do. You're not going to get anywhere sitting on your duff. You got to get out there in the world to start. Build up a reputation. Build up some dialogue. Doing videos and doing all this stuff, great. Your friends are going to see it. Some strangers are going to see it. You're going to put out some advertisements, but they don't trust you. You got to put out some work. Get your work done. Peter Hurley is a great teacher and great instructor, and I'm going to continue to learn from him. There's some tricks of the trade about doing headshots and doing full body shots, three-quarter shots. As soon as they want to go away from this right here, if I'm pointing up there right there, right here, that over there, as soon as they want to go away from this, it's a different package. It's a different package. And they want full body along with that. That's a different package. If it's just this right here, this is your starting package all the way through. If they want an advanced packages to include, make another price margin and do 3 packages to include. Y'all get my drift? Y'all gonna make some money with me. Y'all gonna make some money with me and give me $5 and a nickel and a dime. We're gonna have a conversation about what is goals in photography. Okay. And the reason why we're going to talk about goal in photography is because for the most part, most people go into photography as this is a 9 to 5, and realistically, I'm speaking to you, which is me. Realistically, this is not a 9 to 5. Okay, if you want this job, if you want this to be a 9 to 5, then you're doing it wrong. I want to share with you why I chose to do what I did and how I think what works best for me going forward in my journey. My journey in teaching is because I enjoy it. My journey in producing things because I enjoy it, and my journey in me wanting to do more with the things that I've already invested in. That's a part of my journey. So whatever your journey is, I hope that it brings you to the results that you're looking for, because my goals are very specific, and this is what my goals are. And I'm gonna tell you this, and you need to set yourself up. I have on my board. One is to get fit, and I've been doing that for the last year. If you guys seen some of my videos, my face is getting smaller. I wanted to get fit. The reason why I want to get fit is because for my major goal, okay? But my next one is communicate with better people, people that I can learn from, that I can go from, okay? And my third one is my return my ROIs as in value to my investments. Have my ROIs more than my investments. So no matter what I'm doing, that those three things I'm readily contributing to. Okay, those three things I'm contributing to, and that's what I want to do. So it's not any, because my want from my goals is very important to me. My want from my goals. So as I'm doing all this stuff, it's giving me permission to live out my goals, to live out my dream. So this is a beautiful thing I get to do, but my dreams are to do X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. And those are my dreams, not yours. Okay. So I'm gonna keep those close to my heart. So I want to share that with you. Find that out for yourself. Okay. Again, if you like this channel, please do like and subscribe. Man, I have given you guys a lot of good stuff. So thank you guys again. I am Antwyone Washington. This is Antwyone Photo, and this has been another episode of What's in Your Studio. So thank you guys again, man. Keep shining and grinding. Until next time. I'm out, baby. Come on.